Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Penn State's offense comes onto the field first today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Touchdown, Penn State! He got a step and just dusted the field.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. So Wisconsin's offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. So now it's second and long. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hilton. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the lone running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
From the gun on third down. That's reeled in. It's Avery. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Now, fourth down.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They got it at the 17.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Great place to start for this offense.
Let's go.
Motion from the wideout. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A strike downfield. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Power football with the run. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Going for the big play. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. A top-5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Nestles it in at the 35. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll leave it with him. Creates a little space. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
On the move, he fires. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's McFadden. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together 3 up the gut. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Badger. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And now this offense will take the field again. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
A designed run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Gets rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Reynolds. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. The give from the gun. Passes takes him still on his feet. There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. The give to the fullback. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Back to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. To the air on first down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
And here comes the offense on second down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He steps out right on the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin then. It's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Badgers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a quick throw out to the left. At the 35, he slumps. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Badgers are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Hilton. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
Wide receiver comes in motion. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Connection to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And that one will give them the lead.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Breaks into the open. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking for room. It's Dupree. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because he gets...
Just keeps moving. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Hilton. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Finds his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Makes the catch. It's McFadden. And they get him down. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Pulls it in. It's Avery. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him and tackled that receiver on the screen.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the left. Turning it on. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yards? a timeout here. You have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Caught in the backfield, it's Dupree. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2 minutes.
Right down the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They'll ride the hot hand. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. The holder will kneel at the 33. A 43-yard attempt for the win. Smashes it between the uprights. And now they regain the lead. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Ross. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Michigan's offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's got it on the right. And the defense settled in for a short gain. These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. To throw, it's Carr. Got his man quickly. Shakes off the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines are on the move.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Drives into the pile just to pick up a run. They'll spot it at the 10. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Denmark. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds space on the right. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Ross. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
This is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle. It's Denmark. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Now on first down from the 28. Unloads to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Behind the chains now on second and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Arizona is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Tucson, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Colorado. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Able to pick up a couple on that last one. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Marsh. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. It'll be a draw. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Still looking, on the move. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like,
oh, he's got some space. And game tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Reynolds. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Denmark. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be it. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Denmark. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Using the quick game. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Steps away. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Penn State! And the route is on. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off play action. Working that left side now. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Carr. Release to the back. On target. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield. It's Marsh. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Snap to the back. He did not make it a stonewall on third down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
That's caught. It's McFadden. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they do on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Inside the 30. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Running back searching for a hole. It's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now it's 2nd and goal. Run it with the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. It's complete to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. Crosses the 45. At the 40, there he goes. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Michigan. Great job by the back on the option. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them and keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Nice job by the fullback on that play. Was in pass protection first. He saw he could release out of the backfield, become a viable target for the quarterback, and gains a couple yards.
Gets it out fast. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play, it didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
With the run on first and goal. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Carr. Makes the grab over the middle. All down. It's enough to move the chains.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Gives it to the back on the draw. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation